So I'm gonna start with the most important notebook of my year. This is the Persian agenda or calendar that contains both of the Gregorian calendar and Persian calendar. Every little detail and information that I needed in this year, and the little informations and the countdowns I had to do for the deadlines. The research that I did. This is, for example, the planning for my preparatory of the application of the BDKA, and this is for preparation of answering the questionnaires and trying to write every little tip and advice in this notebook to make a little notebook that contains everything that I need. That's it. Alongside that notebook, this is important too, because I sorted every idea that I had in here, because it had many pages. I wasn't afraid to expand my ideas or use different techniques, different medias on them. I try to be free as possible in this notebook and not to worry about how it's going to be beautiful outside, but I think my ideas are the thinginess projects, using different layers, different medias, different layers, again, new ideas, the sketches for first sketches for stop motion, the second sketch, the second painting actually for the background of the stop motion, billboard of myself. I tried to draw the first ideas, a little sketch, ideas, sketches, this is for the willow tree that I did. This is the planning of the last video that I'm working on. It's for outside and inside. This is one of the sketchbooks that I'm proud of, because I tried something out of my character, but I made it work. I worked hard to sketch with color pencil and look very carefully for the details and for the shadows and for the right light, and I hope that I'm doing good on it. I didn't take out the failed ones, because I like to remind myself that if you start once that you think it's not correct, you can start again, it doesn't matter. On it again. And this is the other notebook that is very important for me. It's a notebook of many collages. The material of the notebook is very interesting. It's made out of used paper glasses. I used a lot of different materials on it. I used this little detail that made it to be 3D. These ones were in different books that I found. They were a happy coincidence, but I think I used it very well. Another collage, another collage, another collage. And this is patterns that I made with threads. And this is the last collage that I did. I gather a lot of little things, or every material that I think is going to be reusable in the collages. I never throw out anything. These are from the projects that I did back in high school. These are for the cards that they had to put around their necks. This is for the project that I did, but it failed. It was for the self-portrait. I was trying to make different textures. This is for the photography project that I had, the photography project. This is prints of my long-term projects. It's the view of my bedroom in every weather that I had. Every weather I took a photo. And this is the sketch that I did back when I was working in a contemporary store. I was inspired by tinting cars. I made them to look like they are living in busy roads of Tehran. And I tried to make show the chaos of Tehran in the tinting cars. And you can spot a lot of tintings here. These are 2021 printings. A lot of these are in portfolio too. Trying different methods on different occasions. Trying to use different consistency. And I mixed 3 medias here. This is a printing that I drew crayons on it and markers. This is one of the printings that I'm proud of. This is one of the printings that I'm proud of. And the layering monoprints that I did. They can be mixed and matched, and I think the playfulness is very visible in this layering stuff. The background of it is very it's very complex because of different consistency of every print that I did on it, and it made different textures that is very interesting. And again, some layering experiments. This time this background paper was used, I think, 6 times with different layering papers. And for layering papers, in every experiment I use different materials papers because every paper has different absorption and different texture, and the outcome is going to be very different. So some sketches, some free sketches that I did. Again, sketches. This is the testing part of my willow trees project, and this is for the thinginess that I did, and this is the end of this clear book. It includes the sketches of my the workshop that I intended back in 2018. We had to sketch the model in the fastest way possible that we could, but the timing was scheduled. For example, some of these that are very rapid, where the minutes were 3 minutes, that then she changed the posture, and in these sketches only the posture is important, not the details. You had to express the energy of the model. It was important, not the little detail, for example the fingers or the fabric that they were wearing. And mixing it with ink, using with charcoal and these sketches were very enjoyable because you couldn't think while you were drawing, so it was pure enjoyment. And some of them, like these, we had to draw them as slow as we could and pay attention to the corners of the model. While we were at the 15 minutes drawings of very slow movements, we were not allowed to look at the papers. We had to only look at the model and try to draw precisely as we could. And these are some experiments that I had, and I wanted to make 3D and textures again with fingers. These are the 15 minutes time period. Mix of the rapid one and the slowest one. And some of the sketches that were very rapid with charcoal. And that's it. These were my most recent notebooks and clear books.